Look, I despise the term snowflake. I think it's overused, but people are getting way too sensitive, and it's getting to the point that people are getting so sensitive that careers are being ruined. And what Boogie did here, Boogie2988, it really isn't a big deal. And how anybody found it offensive is ridiculous. Let's get into it. Skip it up and that up. So hey, another live stream fail. It seems to be becoming a weekly thing on my channel, and it's okay. I find them entertaining. But usually the fails are fun or so ridiculous that it's obvious that the live streamer did something wrong. This time, when it comes to Boogie, I don't think it's really a big deal what he said. I may get in trouble for saying that, and I may get some flack for saying that, but yeah. Now, I will say this. Obviously, I am friends with Boogie. I talk to him outside of YouTube. He's a really cool guy, really down to earth, and I think he's a great human being. But I have had other friends that I have met through YouTube, or people that I consider true friends even outside of YouTube, that have done dumb things, and I've had no issue calling them out, because I could put my friendship aside and just look at their actions and say, yeah, I like you, but you blew it. And a lot of times they did. But when it comes to this, with Boogie and what he said during a live stream, there's people on Reddit that are offended and their hair is on fire. If I had hair, well, actually it wouldn't be on fire because I don't find this offensive, but people do. And I'm going to play you a clip of what he said, and I'm going to take what Boogie said and file it in the Who Cares department. Maybe you may find it offensive, but here, take a look. Hopefully if you get the footage, or at least take a listen, because at least we get the audio. Here you go.
Right, are your parents still alive by chance?
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, they are.
And are your parents still together?
No.
Okay, all right. So maybe I should take point then.
What?
Well, if your parents aren't together, then you probably come from a broken home. You're probably going to get real angry when you start losing. So, you know.
I won last game, but that was my first game on.
All right. Well, maybe you just learned how to channel that anger. All right. I wish you luck, man. Then good luck. My parents died.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm pretty much Batman. So
now people took to Reddit and Twitter to complain about what Boogie said and how insensitive he was and how horrible of a human being he is. Again, I don't understand, but it got to the point that Boogie had to respond on Twitter, and this is what he had to say. Okay, final word on this Reddit hate, then I want to be done with it. It was a joke. The guy in the game took it as a joke. We had a great game together. But I understand that it doesn't seem funny and was tasteless. I also see why it's toxic to troll voice chat. Lesson learned. Be more polite to randos in games. Will do. Now, to people that are offended by what Boogie said, have you not seen what other people have said on live streams? Hell, I have even said worse during live streams. I'm not even going to discuss it again. I've discussed it in like 8 billion other videos. Like, that is tame. That I can't even like compute how one person found that offensive. Like, things that have been done in live streams are way worse, have been way worse by other people, unfortunately including me, than what Boogie said there. If you found what he said there offensive, you need to get outside more, because you need to know how bad the real world can really be if that hurts your feelings. It's so funny because when I was looking into stuff about what happened with Boogie during his Apex Legends live stream and what he said, in my YouTube feed, there's this video that came up that this Rochester meteorologist called Jeremy Capel, when he was broadcasting, he was talking about Martin Luther King Jr. Park. And when he said the name of the park, he slurred his words so it sounded like Martin Luther Kuhn. Now, obviously, for obvious reasons, it comes from Inside Edition. I can't show any of the clip here with the way copyright claims are going on YouTube right now and strikes. I'll have a link below to it. But anyone with a brain, anybody with common sense, with an IQ above 70 will know, oh, he was just slurring his word. Like, why would a meteorologist, even if he is racist, why would he just go, I'm going to be normal and professional, and while there's Martin Luther King Jr. Park there, I'm going to say Martin Luther Coon. Why, even if he was racist, why would he do that? Why would he put his entire career on the line for that? But of course, oh my God, how dare you make a mistake, even though we could tell you just slurred a word. Everyone wanted him fired. The mayor of Rochester, Lovely Warren, came out and said, oh my God, we need him fired because, God forbid, in 2019, you're a human being and you make a mistake and slur a word. And anyone can tell you slurred the goddamn word. I just can't get over how people could still find it offensive when it's very obvious the man made an innocent mistake and just slur words melded together. Like I've been on live streams, even here talking in videos, and sometimes I don't even cut it out. I slur words together, blah, blah, blah. Like you get tongue tied especially when you're live on camera. You could tell he was, but when you have these jackasses like this Lovely Warren, oh my God, he's a human being. How dare he? He needs to be fired. This is where we live now. This is the world we live in. We as flawed human beings have to be flawless. You can't make mistakes. Okay? Now, if he said something truly racist, like, I don't like Martin Luther King because of his race or something like that, where it was flat out, fine. But you could just tell it was a slur. I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't get over it. And people wanted his head, this Lovely Warren. She should be fired for being the mayor of Rochester, for wanting to destroy a man's life for what anyone could see is an innocent mistake. But no, you can't make mistakes anymore. You have to be flawless. But what's funny is that it's something instinctual in us, because human beings can be so crappy sometimes, where we want everyone else to be perfect, but then we want the sympathy for us. So if we make a mistake, oh, please be understanding. But someone else does it, oh, screw them, off with their head, fire them, ruin their lives, ruin their careers. I want to know, this Lovely Warren, this mayor of Rochester, what skeletons are in her closet? Does she wake up every morning? Is she just a perfect human being that has said nothing wrong about anybody? But he got fired too. And you know what? It's so obvious. Here's how you know the man did nothing wrong. Okay? This Jeremy Capel, I forgot his name admittedly for a second. You have other journalists he's from Rochester, so he's from a smaller news network. Al Roker's coming out and defending him. A black man, a black meteorologist, is defending this white Jeremy Capel. That shows you how obvious it was the man made an innocent mistake. Other journalists are out there, major journalists are saying, give the guy another chance. He obviously, you could tell it was a slur. Give him a chance. And that's amazing because nowadays, if anyone does something remotely wrong, everyone disavows them. We're against hate. We're against this. Please don't make me lose my sponsorships. Please don't make me lose my job. Even though the person probably didn't do anything wrong. Please, 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 please. I don't want to lose my job, so I'll throw him under a bus. And no one's throwing him under a bus. He got fired from his news network, but you have other journalists not disavowing him. They're defending him. That's how obvious it was that it was a mistake he made, and it was an innocent. Words just got jarbled in his mouth. But today, when Boogie just says something that is basically harmless, like when this poor meteorologist just melded words together and it just so happened to sound like a racial slur, everyone's ready to get their pitchforks and ruin your goddamn lives. And I'm so sick of it. This mayor from Rochester, Lovely Warren, she should lose her job. If she can't tell that was obviously just words melding together and he just flubbed and it just so happened to sound like a racial slur, she shouldn't be in a seat where she has political power. She can't make the right decisions then. She just wants someone to be punished because it just so happened to sound like a racial slur. So how can I trust her to make the right political choices, to be a proper public servant? She can't be. We have to stop this witch hunt, man. We have to. Because it's going to ruin all of us in the end. I love the internet, but at the same time, I feel like because of the internet, everyone's just ready to jump at each other's throats. And it's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to be, and I don't like where humanity is going because of it. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
Hey, congratulations! If you made it to the end of the video, you should subscribe to Review Tech USA so you could hear me blabber on some more. Also, too, starting this month, I will be live streaming solely on Twitch. I'll have a link to my Twitch channel below in the description. And last but not least, make sure you click that like button. It helps out the show big time. See you guys in the next video.